So if you want to follow along, please scan the QR code. Today I should be speaking at a relatively nice speed. Tomorrow I will be showing also a QR code and I will be much, much faster. So be ready when you see me tomorrow. So I'm kind of here to tell you my name. My name is Emma, and I've been doing open source Python and Django for a long time. I am a member of the PSF and the DSF. On the left side of the screen, you can see places where I write stuff. On the other side of the screen, you can see places where I write code. You can see that I work for Levit, which is the small company in Belgium that I founded. We do mostly Django stuff. And for bigger projects, I also work with Squads. Squads is a group of teams of highly experienced people helping regenerative startups and companies doing stuff. But the reason I'm here before you today is probably not because of that. It's because I've been elected to the steering council along with some other people. Thank you. This was last December. Thank you if you voted. If you didn't vote, maybe you can think about voting, because all you need to be able to vote for a DSF board or the steering council is to be a DSF personal member. And probably a lot of you here qualify to be a DSF personal member. And so when I say that I've been elected along other people, these are the other people. So there's Carlton that you've seen talk today as well. There's Lily. Lily, are you there? Lily's all the way over there. So if you, we're the 3 European members of the steering council. So if you're seeing us in the hallway and want to ask us questions, please feel free. There's also Tim Schilling and Frank Wiles. And they are US based, so they're not here today. So, the steering council, what do we do? Our role has been written in DEP 10 and 12, which personally I find rather difficult to read. So I've asked Oyama to give me a summary of what we're supposed to be doing. And this is mainly providing guidance and making decisions about the direction of the project, being representatives of the community, establishing policies and enforcing them, and also mostly communicate and collaborate with the community. So basically my role is to talk with all of you. So for how long have we been elected? Steering council members are elected for a release cycle. So you might know that Django goes for example, for the 6.x release going to be 6.0, 6.1, and 6.2. 6.2 is going to be the LTS, and then we're going to move on to 7.x. And that takes about 2 years. But we did get a bit of a head start because the previous steering council stepped down. So we have a bit over 2 years to try to improve things. So have we done anything yet? Yes, we have. We did help a little bit with the 5.2 release and a few other things. But if you're really curious and want to see what we've been up to, we've been keeping public meeting notes of all the meetings we've had and all the decisions that have been taken, all the actions that were needed and that have been executed, or maybe not yet, from us. One of those actions was to approve a new merger. So if you remember Sarah's talk, you remember that there is a bottleneck of mergers. So we approved Marius to be a merger as well, Marius being one of the former fellows. One of the things that we have done that might not look very big, but that sounds very important, is that now, if you want to write a dep, you can do that in Markdown. So, just for fun, who here has ever looked at how the dep process goes? Can you raise your hands? Yeah, that's about thirds of the people. Keep your hand up if you have ever written one. And keep your hand up if it has ever been accepted. So yeah, I think Tom is the only one with his hand up. So it's a small step that now you can do that in Markdown, but it is for a lot of people, it might be something that's going to make your life easier. And maybe next year, if I ask the same question, instead of a third of the people raising their hands, I will have half of the room raising their hands. So are we working on anything else right now? What are we doing? One of the things we're doing is trying to better understand our community. Colton mentioned that we probably only have access to 0.1% of everybody who uses Django. And we would like to try to understand at least that 1%, that 0.1%, but possibly more. So one of the things that we have been doing is that we put up a post on the forum to ask people to try to see if we have been able to categorize all the personas that we think might be using and contributing to Django. This is a short URL to the link to the forum. Please go there, see if you see yourself, if you see your own clients, your own company represented in those personas, and if you don't see them, then please make sure to add whatever we might have missed. Because knowing in what direction to push Django for the future is also knowing who uses Django and for what purpose. Something that has come up multiple times during this conference already is trying to improve the visibility of third-party packages. And Carlton already kind of sold it earlier, but we are working on a list that will not be Django's official list, but it will be the steering council's official list of packages that we recommend. So basically, those are packages that most of us are going to be using in all the projects, or in half of our projects. So to make one more little experiment, raise your hand if you've heard about Django CSP. So that's about third of the room. Django CSP is one of those third-party packages that is going to get into core. And the fact that only a third of the room knows about this package is the reason why we need to have better visibility for some third-party packages. Third-party packages are one thing that we want to make more visible, but contributors is also something that we want to make more visible. If you are helping Django project in any way, we want to showcase that and to make that more visible. Other things that we've been working about, we've been looking into what are the next stages of Django tasks, what's going to be in core, what's not. We've been looking into possibilities for public funding for either code or reviews. And talking about the possibility of fundable or sponsorable dApps. But we've also been talking about new processes, because some feedback that we've heard from the community is that Django's batteries are a bit leaky or completely missing, and that some people find the contributor experience not that great. I've heard the word soul crushing, but that's probably not everybody. But at the same time, also people want to keep Django as stable as it is right now. And so we're trying to consolidate that into new processes that will hopefully bring us the best of both worlds. One of those processes is that we want to work on a simplified dApp, so making dApp available as Markdown is only the first step in a series of steps to make that process more accessible, more readable for people who are not used to using academic language, for people who might not be who might be speaking English as a second language, people who might be younger and want to get into code, or basically all of us. As I told you at the beginning, I use Oyama to read the depths, because otherwise they're too long and they're hard to make sense of. We also want to bring back this notion of code ownership. So this is something Sarah mentioned earlier, and other people have talked about, of getting the community involved again more into the code, the nitty-gritty of Django, and becoming some sort of specialist in some area of the code, whether it be templates, whether it be the admin, the ORM, and things like that. We would like to start rebuilding this pool of people that are very familiar with one part of the code of Django, and that we can maybe start relying on to do code reviews and say, if you're part of the groups that does Django template, whenever there is a pull request that involves a template, you might be allowed to, you would be allowed to approve that merge request and things like that. So this is something that kind of used to exist in Django some time ago when we had the core team, and then it kind of got lost, except for the ORM, where we still have quite a few people who are very knowledgeable about the ORM. But this is something that we want to try to encourage. So people getting familiar with one specific, we don't want everybody to know everything about the internals of Django. That would be a lot to ask. But we would like to build again those groups of people who know things. And one way we'd like to do that is that people have been asking, why is Django still not using GitHub? Well, we have created a GitHub repository that you will be able to start using this weekend. If you want to try right now, you can try it right now. But this is a new process to replace the forum. So right now, if you want to propose a new feature for Django, the workflow that we've been pushing for years is telling you to go to the forum. And we've had some feedbacks of people saying that the forum is a black hole where ideas go to die, or where consensus is never reached. So we want to test a new approach. Maybe it's going to stick, maybe it's not going to stick. But we do want to try this new approach, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Yeah, I cannot zoom in on that, sorry. But this is basically the project. You can use the QR code to go there. And this is something where we want to try to have a better visibility of new issues, because the forum is not only used for new ideas, it's used for a lot of things. So we want to try to focus the new ideas for Django. If you have a feature request, if you want to add something into Django, if you want to maybe propose to integrate a third-party app or something, go to that repo. I'm going to switch to the repo itself. Create an issue right there. So I created. Oh yeah, of course. So don't go. So use that link. But yeah, this is something we're trying, where we will be encouraging everybody to give thumbs up or thumbs down to the idea, so that we can have a better idea of the consensus on some feature request. If some people want, if the community wants this or doesn't want this. In the end, the steering council will be the one deciding whether an issue, whether a feature request is moving on to the next stage. But we want to involve the community and have the community tell us what do you want to see in Django. So, in short, the 6.x agenda is to celebrate our 20th anniversary, keep going slow and steady, and trying to get us out of this lull that the Django project might have been after COVID, and trying to build things for the future and try to improve our processes and things so that Django can see another 20 years and that we can keep using it. So the repo that I showed will officially be open this weekend. If you start writing stuff there, we will not delete it, but we will not start officially looking at it until this weekend.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but if you have questions, I'm sure you can find Emma around here.